Hello, viewers. It's Sentai Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called The Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to be so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're going to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, let's get to the latest episode of Zenkaiger. So basically, it starts off, we see this. So basically, we see the Zenkaigers. We see four out of the five Zenkaigers. Hanging out at grandma's. At Kaido's grandma's. Cane store, and Kaido's grandma came running downstairs looking for Boom. So basically, Kaido's like, what the hell? What happened, grandma? Cause I need Boom's help. Cause Magazine made a mess of the room upstairs. Turns out that Magazine is not the most cleanliest Kaiwoid. Turns out she's a messy Kaiwoid. The messiest robotic human Kaiwoid. It's a messy. Turns out that Magazine is kind of messy Kaiwoid. When they got to the room, they saw how messy that she made the room is. So basically, Magazine just has a problem with messing up stuff and not cleaning up. So basically, since Boom likes to clean anything, so basically, Kaido explained that, Kaido not explained that, Boom went to the library to go check out some books. So anyway, meanwhile, Boom just finished coming out of the library, and he knows a pile of trash in the middle of the wall. He followed, being he likes to clean, he tried to pick up the trash, and pick out the trash, and about to look at for garbage. Looking for a trash, looking for a trash can to put the garbage in, and he saw this big mountain of trash, and this trailer trash that leads to this big mountain of trash that was being made by this monster, made by the latest monster from the latest monster by the evil Kaiwa, being the chosen Tinto. So the chosen Tinto dynasty. So basically, the chosen Tinto dynasty are the bad Kaiwas who trying to take over Kaido's world. So anyway, the trash monster has the power of trash, and the gear is based on a trash dimension. So basically, the trash monster was like was making this big ass pile of trash in the middle of the street. So basically, Boom was like, being a creepy, he started to fight the trash monster by himself. But the trash monster, or all the garbage that he was making, gave him the upper hand to get the Boom. The other Zenkaiger showed up, but the trash monster, they did work together as a team, but the trash monster realized that the safest thing to do is to go in his mountain of trash that he made to keep on trashing the world. So basically, the trash monster went into his trash mountain that to be protected from the Zenkaiger. So basically, Sashin, Kaido's robot bird that was created by his parents, telling that if the trash monster keeps on trashing if the trash monster keeps on, producing more trash, this world will be covered in trash and will be covered in trash. So basically, that the only way to get to the trash monster is that the Zenkaigers have to dig their way through the mountain of trash to order to get to the trash monster to stop him to covering the world into trash. So anyway, meanwhile, Meanwhile, Toujin Tendo Dynasty headquarters, Colonel Bashing was having a discussion with King Baka being the bad guy who's in charge of the Toujin Tendo Dynasty. He was not happy that the trash monster didn't want his. So basically, he told that I'm impressed with the trash monster. Easily taking on the killer or the Zenkaiger. But I don't want to conquer a world that's covered in trash. So basically, Bashy said that no worry, I'll make once the monster covers the world, once the monster defeats the Zenkaiger, and we take over the world, I'll make sure that Professor Eisen, makes his device that will help us clean up the trash that the monster produced. So basically, we see Professor Eisen working on some type of device in his laboratory, in secret. So basically, we see Professor Eisen working on some type of special device in secret in his laboratory. So anyway, basically the Zenkaigers and a bunch of people start to dig their way through, start to help clean up and dig their way through this trash monster to the trash mountain that the trash monster is hiding in. And so basically, Boom is leading the charge and whatnot. So basically, the Zenkaigers help other people with helping clean out the trash and digging through this trash mountain that the trash monster is hiding in. So basically, everything was going alright until Boo became bossy and it came too bossy and turned the others what to do and whatnot, and he ended up hurt Maggie's feelings that you should value this moment because so basically Boo called Maggie a trash producer and whatnot, and she got and hurt Maggie's feelings, and she just ran away. So basically, Boo was really acting like a dick towards Maggie. So basically, she went back to Kylie's grandma's house / candy store. So anyway. It seems like basically, during the cleanup, we see the strange boy, the same age as Kaido. We see this boy who's the same age as Kaido showed up and and started to have a conversation with Kaido while he was cleaning up. Why waste your time saving this world? And Kaido's afraid that it's my duty to make sure to protect this world from evil or whatnot. So basically, I kind of noticed that he had the logo of the Toujin Tento logo, or he was wearing the logo of the bad guys of the dynasty. So basically, Kato. Kaido was like, what the? So basically, are you working with the Trojan? Are you working with the Trojan Tento dynasty? And the boy was very cryptic, with his answer, and all of a sudden, the trash started to, sometimes the power of the trash started to affect Kaido, everybody, including the humans, and so basically every human near a trash pile produced by the trash monster started to get affected, and so did Eddie Kaido as well. So So basically, it's right there. This monster's trash. They start the humans and the Kairos who was near this who's near the trash monster's trash started to get affected. And started to become lazy and unmotivated to clean up the monster's trash pile. So basically, this mysterious guy took this opportunity to get away from Kaido, and he just left. So anyway, but Boom, even though Boom was kind of affected by the trash monster's powers of his trash, Boom managed to. So basically, Blue managed to fight his way, managed to dig his way to the trash monster, trash mountain, and got to the trash monster, and was able to fight his way through the pile of the mountain trash that the trash monster was hiding to, and was able to confront the trash monster. So basically, the other Zenkaiger, the other Zenkaiger set the making and, help Boom fight the trash monster. But the trash monster was like, once again had the upper hand against the Zenkaiger. So basically, things were not looking well against the Zenkaiger until Majin showed up, and helped save the others and whatnot. So basically, Kaido used, Maggie helped Boom out, and Boom said sorry about apologize to Maggie and whatnot, and that's when Kaido used the Goldbuster gear, the Goldbuster Sentai gear that gave Maggie the power of gave Messi the power of Goldbuster's Red Super Speed, and gave Boom the power of Goldbuster Blue's Super Strength. They used it to get the trash monster and destroy him. So basically, all the power of trash was gone after the trash monster was destroyed. With the other Zenkaiger's working together. So basically, Bashi summoned a giant foot soldier, and he saw the power of the chosen trash gear, and became a giant. So basically, the giant foot soldier became a giant trash monster after examining the chosen trash gear. So basically, working together, both Megazords working together, was able to defeat the giant trash monster, and once again set another world free from the Tojin Tento dynasty. So basically, both Megazords managed to defeat the giant trash monster, destroyed the Trojan gear that had the power, had the trash dimension captured and freed it from the Tojin Tento dynasty once again. So basically, the others were celebrating their, was back at Kaido's grandma's shop / house, was hanging out, having a nice snack, and Maggie learned a very important lesson about cleaning up. Maggie learned a very important lesson about cleaning up cleaning up behind herself. So basically, the episode ended with her, picking up her wrappers and whatnot, and headed towards the trash can to throw them out. But she slipped on one, and the others like, well, at least she. And, she made a kind of mess while she was trying to take her wrappers out. She slipped on one, and fell to the ground. So basically, and the others were like, oh, well, at least she made a mess trying to clean up behind herself, and the others laughed. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the chosen dynasty's palace, we see Bashing was not happy about the latest monster, about the latest monster got destroyed, and another world that was trapped in the chosen year got freed because of the Zenkaiger. Out of nowhere, that mysterious dude that was talking, who was the same age as Kaido, showed up at the showed up in front of Bashin, and Bashin was like, what are you doing here? So, and the strange dude was like, oh, are you going to greet your son? So basically, telling us that Bashin, the part of Bashin has a human son. So basically, the episode ended with with the strange dude who says who is who confirmed that he is Dashing's son, stared at each other, and this how the episode ended with Dashing staring at his human son, and this how the episode ended. So basically, I know that things was starting to get very interesting. So basically, so we know that Professor Aiken is working on a special device, but you probably know what that special device is or already is. But I'm not going to spoil it. But and plus, it seems like a Cairo could have a human child. So basically, I don't know how that works, but it seems like Kairos could have human children. But we just have to find out more details about that. But I believe that Bastion might be the son of the dude who claims to be Bastion's son might be adopted. But we just have to wait for more details about that. So anyway, this was a good episode. This was also a good episode. So basically, this was also a good episode about the importance of recycling trash as well. So basically, this episode had a good message about it's very important to cycle to make sure that we keep our environment clean and the importance of recycling as well. So anyway, this was a very good episode. So Zenkaiger. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know in the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is your Michael from Screw You Review. Sign off. 1.